Hey YouTube, here's Heiko. Today we're going to talk about something other than garage repair, small engine tools and that kind of stuff. Is a topic that he probably think like, why is he bringing that up? We're going to look at a roundabout. It seems like roundabouts are now the new way of designing intersections, especially like in rural areas, where it would be really expensive for the Department of Transportation of whatever state to put power cords in and get lights connected and all that stuff. So they put roundabouts in, and I'm a big fan of it. The roundabout slows the traffic down towards the intersection. If there is not much traffic, it actually doesn't make you stop at all. So you can just roll through the roundabout. And therefore, on a normal day, you this intersection slow speed safely without having to be I don't know how to speak. You don't have to be afraid of being T-boned. So here in this particular example, this used to be a intersection with one main road going through, and the traffic would flow, and the other two roads from the left and from the right had a stop sign, and then people would run the stop sign, get T-boned. The major road that goes through, speed limit was 55 miles an hour. So if you pull past the stop sign and you maybe missed a car, and they approach you with 55 miles an hour and hit you, that's a fatality. We had a bunch of accidents here at this intersection with fatalities. And so they decided, Nevada Department of Transportation decided to put a roundabout in. And I'm a big supporter of this. I think it's a traffic model, especially here in this setting, that definitely can save some lives. Even if you would have put in some lights here, some stop lights, people still run red lights and then still have accidents with people T-boning other people. And if you get T-boned by a semi-truck, not good, definitely. So now I want to go over this little intersection here, the little roundabout, and just show you how this really works. First we're going to walk to it, take a look at the signs, what that means, and then we're going to drive through it, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples of stuff that people are doing wrong when approaching a roundabout. I mean, it's almost hilarious sometimes, So let's turn the camera around. I know the sun is a little low and it's going to be a terrible video quality here, but let's deal with it. So hold on, guys. I'm going to pause you here for a second, and then we're going to flip the camera around. All right. Yeah, sorry. Sun is in our face. We're approaching on foot this roundabout, and first sign that you see is the announcement that there's going to be a roundabout, and that there's going to be a suggested speed for that roundabout 20 miles an hour. It's a relatively small roundabout. Nobody's going through this thing fast. I mean, if you're drunk, you can probably still run straight through it because there's no barrier in the middle. There is no obstacle really. There's a very low curb in the middle with a little round piece, and we just saw a pickup truck actually running right over it. So they made it so that if a big semi-truck tractor-trailer combination shows up, that they can still drive over this and can make it through this roundabout. But so first sign announces this thing, suggests a speed so that you can kind of adjust and prepare. And then the next sign coming up is a yield sign. What does yielding mean? Yielding means that you have to slow and yield to other traffic, the traffic that's already in the roundabout. So whoever is inside the circle of a roundabout has the right of way over you. You have to yield to that traffic. That means when you are here in this lane, driving into the roundabout, you cannot just pull in front of someone. You have to yield. And so oftentimes it happens that people are in the roundabout and they're a little unsure about how to use the this roundabout here. They don't know exactly how to behave, and so they're inside the circle, so they would literally have the right of way, and they just stop inside the circle. They stop inside the circle to let other traffic get into the roundabout. Here, let me approach this roundabout from the different angle so you guys don't have the sun in your face anymore. So here we go. Let me zoom out a little bit. How about this? So you have this nice roundabout. There are 4 roads going into it. You have a yield sign over there. So the traffic that drives towards the roundabout has to yield to the traffic inside the roundabout. And then what pretty much nobody does is indicating with a blinker, setting the blinkers at which exit you're going to drive out of this roundabout. So let's say this car here coming on, this red car going into the roundabout, stopped for no apparent reason. This person stopped for no apparent reason. First of all, the traffic that was just passing was going a little fast, but didn't have the right of way because that person wasn't even in the circle yet. So the red car could have easily driven into this roundabout. But whatever the case, that person made the decision to just slow down, stop and wait until the other traffic is out of the way. But yeah, so anyways, you drive into a roundabout and then you want to exit the roundabout. You could set your blinker so that the next car approaching the roundabout from some other direction has an idea, oh yeah, this guy is actually exiting the roundabout before my road going in. So you can prepare other drivers for your intentions. So you're in that circle and you decide, oh, I'm going to go out the third road, the third exit. And you set your blinker and then everybody knows, oh, he's going to go out the third exit. And all the other cars kind of know what you're going to be doing. Apparently people think that yield sign also means you have to stop. It's really, this is weird. So people do all kinds of weird things. They do stop. They do stop inside the circle even though they have the right of way. Or they just pull right into the circle, whether or not there is traffic or not, make other people slam on the brakes, which, you know, your yield sign should definitely tell you you are supposed to yield to the traffic that's in the circle. So there's all kinds of weird stuff. I have to drive through this intersection here multiple times a week. And before it was just craziness. So from that direction to that direction is the major road. That's a State Route 88. And from here over the other direction, those 2 roads had a stop sign. And so many people would run stop signs or do the California roll, as we call it here in this area. Just barely slow down and then just pull out, and big accidents have happened here. You can still see over there is a little pink cross where a little girl died. Anyway, so that has happened here multiple times, and they finally built this thing. And I just noticed that nobody here seems to know how to really operate a roundabout. I mean, as long as there are only like 2-3 cars approaching, no big deal. But as soon as we get to the part of the day where everybody's driving home, you have a non-stop flow of traffic going in. Now this guy is like almost stopping because he sees a car coming from a different road, but ultimately he did it right. He kept driving, but so many times traffic comes to a full stop here because some person just doesn't know how to behave in a roundabout. Or someone drives into the roundabout even though there is traffic to yield to. Anyways, just wanted to make this little video. I don't know if it's really very coherent. I feel like it is not. Just wanted to bring up this example. Remember, yield sign means you are yielding, not other people are yielding to you. So don't pull into the traffic circle when there is traffic. Don't make people slow down or even stop inside the traffic circle here. And then the other thing is speed. You know, if you're still trying to go 55 miles an hour through the traffic circuit here, you know, that's kind of wrong, because it says suggested speed is 20 miles an hour. And yeah, and keep everybody else safe. So keep yourself, your family, and other people safe. So now I'm gonna head back to my car and then turn on the camera one last time, and then we're gonna drive through this thing, and I'm just gonna explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Okay? All right, see you later. All right, guys, in the car, camera's rolling. Again, we have the sun in our face. Just waiting for some cars to pass, and then we're gonna drive through this roundabout while me explaining where I'm looking and what's kind of important to me. So, roundabout sign coming up, 20 miles an hour suggested speed. And let me move the camera so it's kind of straight. Here we go. And the yield sign and another symbol which indicates which direction counterclockwise you're supposed to be driving. So you pull into this, and I really only look to the left side because the left direction is the only direction that I would have to yield to, because nobody should be coming from the right. You know, if I look at a roundabout here, let's do that one more time. If I look at a roundabout and it shows you a sign with a circle and arrows indicating that you're driving through this counterclockwise. Here we go. Here's the sign again. Counterclockwise direction. So you can't drive through a roundabout the other direction. Counterclockwise only. So if you are on the road that approaches the intersection, there can only be traffic coming from your left side. So if we're here, there's only traffic coming from the left side. So this guy didn't blink, didn't indicate that he would be exiting there, which would have given me an idea, okay, so he's about to exit this roundabout before my turn, before my road, which would have helped me a little bit to, you know, figure out his intentions. People always say, oh yeah, you can't circle in a roundabout. Yeah, you can. You know, there's nothing saying that you cannot stay inside the roundabout and make a couple circles. If you're unsure of which exit to take, if you're unsure which direction you want to drive, you can totally make a lap or two until you know, okay, oh, this is the road that I was looking for, and then you exit. So then if you then are finally ready to exit the roundabout, if you set your blinker and someone can actually figure out where you're going to be exiting this circle, that's always very helpful, because you know, maybe then someone would decide to start driving and go, and traffic is flowing a little better. Like I said, it's only a yield sign, it's not a stop sign, so you don't necessarily have to stop before you entering this roundabout. So now we're doing it one last time, and now it's a pretty long video already and pretty boring, but you know, I just want to stress this. Roundabout, counterclockwise is the only direction you can travel through this thing. There's a yield sign, so you're yielding to traffic coming from your left, as I'm doing right now. There is nobody. And then you can keep driving. So nobody's here, so that's kind of boring. So nobody's here. So we're not exiting here. We're not exiting this one, but we're exiting the next one, so I'm setting my blinker. If there would have been anyone, they would have now known which road I will exit, and they could have adjusted their actions appropriately. So, little Heiko's confusing video about a roundabout. I hope this will explain how to use a roundabout. Maybe that will answer some questions. You can also ask me questions down in the comments. If you absolutely hate this video, just don't watch it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up or maybe even subscribe. And yeah, I would appreciate feedback and comments. Thank you. Bye.